What's up? This is Neil Kongstrong. I am back with some technical analysis. I'm sorry it took me a while to do this video. I was getting my studio all set up and now I've got it all finished. So I've got higher definition again. I've got higher quality audio again. So it's very nice. I'm glad I finally got it done and we're just gonna jump right into it. So we're gonna start with BTC. We're looking at the daily here. We've got our line, which has been in play for a while now. And I can't remember what I was saying last time, but I think I was, given that that was a few days ago, I think I was talking about this line right here. Because we are, we have been in a daily downtrend for a bit here. And we have hit this daily uptrend line. And so far we've bounced. Tiny wick below, but nothing too substantial. And bulls have been unable to set a higher high here on the daily, so we are still in a daily downtrend for now. But it's nice that we bounced off this uptrend line. That's a good sign. If we break the uptrend line, that's going to be kind of the first macro sign of a potential reversal. And if we break this downtrend line, then that will also be a good sign for the bulls. So we'll see if bulls can kind of get something going here, because the last couple of times we've hit this line, we've really kind of skyrocketed off of it. Whether or not we're able to do that this time remains to be seen. But, it's nice that we've at least got the bulls buying at this trend line. Trend line is still in play, not broken yet. Then we're going to look at Ethereum USD, and we talked in a previous video about this line being broken. Now we have another line here, which in this case, it looks like this line did barely get broken, and then we kind of bounced pretty quickly from there. Off of right around this 40-30 previous resistance. It was now a support. And here we see something a little bit different than BTC in that, we got the lower low and higher low, but then we got a higher low and a higher high. And now we've got a lower low. So the price is a little bit sideways. It's not quite as clearly a downtrend as the BTC chart, but it's also, it's not super bullish either. And we're not holding the trend line quite as well here. If we look at it on the weekly, you can see that really on the weekly, it's just a little wick below. So on the weekly, you can see we're still kind of holding that line. So I would say for the most part, this is all still showing that the bulls have some life left in them and they're not, dumping through important supports. But clearly we have lost this really strong uptrend line that we had right here. So for now, we're still watching this trend line, this shallower trend line. It's a similar one to the one that we have on Bitcoin. So that's kind of the next big level to watch. If we can get a break of the downtrend line, that will be a good sign for the bulls. And if we break below this uptrend line, that'll be a good sign for the bears. We've got Ethereum BTC here, requested by the one and only Super Sente. And let's see, that's the 4 hour. Let's go to the daily. So it looks like BTC is actually gaining on, Ethereum's actually gaining on BTC here. And we've got an uptrend line here that has just formed. We reversed down here at 0.059. Then we were in a really strong uptrend. We got a couple legs of pullback here, and now we are back on the up and up here. So far, bulls in control on the ETH BTC chart. And, this is not all-time high. This is just the most recent high. All-time high is up at 0.082. So I think that's all-time high. I'm not oh, never mind. Forgot about these times way back in June and July of 2017. Okay, so we're far from all-time high, but we're getting close to this high here of 0.079. So we'll be watching that level to see if the bulls can break that. And then the next level after that to watch will be 0.082. And of course, we'll be looking for any breaks of this trend line as well. Momentum seems pretty strong still. So bulls aren't really showing a lot of weakness. And if we look at this on the weekly, it probably is going to look like a bull flag. Yeah, so we've got the 3 big green candles, 1 red candle, and then continuation here. So a little bit slower with this continuation, but it doesn't look like the bulls are out of steam yet. So we'll see how that pans out. CRO USD looks like a newer chart. So this was the only one that they had was the Coinbase one. I'm not sure if there's another one with more price history, but this is what I'm using for the time being. So let's see, how should I do this line? I'm kind of thinking that maybe doing the candle bodies instead of the candle, instead of the wicks might be better here. Yeah, so this is kind of this is a pretty decent line. It's got a few different touches, and there's not a ton to say about this one because there's not a ton of price history, but you can see that we got like a sort of really climactic top here as we reached the $1 psychological resistance and couldn't quite make it above that, and then pulled back, got the higher low but then a lower high, and now right now this is kind of playing out like a tightening range because we have essentially the highs getting lower and the lows getting higher. So this, we got this high up here, lower high, and then we have this high right here, this low right here, and then a higher low. So it's possible that we're going to see a tightening range and then a breakout. It's also possible that this is just a standard kind of pullback after a pretty strong bull run here. And in that case, there's a decent chance that we would bounce off of this uptrend line here and continue higher. So, watch for a break of this line, this downtrend line, and watch for the test of this longer term trend line. I'll get rid of that one. This longer term trend line right here on the daily time frame. If we look at the weekly, it's just a big old bull move and then 1 red candle. This is the first red candle. So basically the first pullback. Then we have DPR USDT. This is the deeper network. And on this one, this is the daily time frame. So it looks like we got this, giant candle. The price kind of started to stabilize up here around 18 cents or so. And was pretty much trading sideways. It kind of, this to me almost looks like we've got like a tightening range that then broke out. So here's to show you, there's the tightening range, and then we break out of it and hit this 0.2 level and then pull back. And since that time, we've been in a bit of a daily downtrend, which is slowing in terms of momentum because you can see that we got this breakout to the upside and then immediately got selling. And since after these 2 big candles, we've had sort of more indecisive candles with bigger wicks, and then now we're getting these sort of tinier candles where there's a lot of indecision and lower volume. So I think here this seems like potentially like the pullback slowing down. So we could see some bull action here. Let me look at the 4-hour too to see if this adds any clarity. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see that it's kind of rounding out here, and we haven't gotten a clear higher low yet. That's kind of the first step for the bulls, is to break this 0.15 level and go higher, and then pull back and set a higher low, and so on and so forth, continuing upward. But this actually looks pretty bullish to me, just because we're seeing this kind of slowing of momentum. Bears are not getting a lot of traction here. But, I think for me to feel really confident in the bulls, I'm going to have to see, a lower high, a lower high and then a higher low and a higher high. That would really show me that the trend is changing. So not many tickers today. I've been a little bit absent, so maybe we'll get some more requests this week now that I'm back. And I do want to, I have not done this yet, but I want to schedule the first live analysis where I actually, set up a time and I get on Discord and have people, ask me to look at charts. So I will keep you posted via Discord on when that might happen. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time.